Check. Mic check. Check. Mic check. The damn internet breaks. Can't even get through here. Is that noisy like that? Mic check. Well, why does it make that noise? Testing? The damn internet breaks. Oh, okay, yeah, now we're working. There we go. Okay, I'll be ready in just a sec. You'll probably hear the buzz again until I get through. I need a mic with a volume leveler on it. They're hard to find. I'm telling you, it's hard to find microphones. Let me wait and get that started. I'll go ahead and unmute on my video because I may post this to video. We'll see. I hope that TV ain't too loud. I don't know what happened to the remote. I'm waiting to hear what it sounds like. I need a mic with a volume leveler on it. They're hard to find. I'm telling you, it's hard to find microphones. Let me wait and get that started. I'll go ahead and unmute on my video because I may post. What's that noise? What is causing? I hope the TV ain't too loud. I don't know what happened to the remote. I'm gonna try to mount it up. Yeah, it won't work without that jack. I hate having to listen to all that noise again. I will turn it down immediately after I hear what it sounds like. Let me mute my recording. Yeah, it won't work without that jack. I hate having to listen to all that noise again. I will turn it down immediately when it. That jack has just gotten noisy. It's that jack that's causing the noise. Hold on. Let me just get out the big old-fashioned microphone with the down. That's going to have to be my option here. Testing 1, 2, 3. I'll have to wait a minute. Testing 1, 2, 3. Yeah, I should have mic now. It's the desktop mic. That jack that's attached to the little one's got noisy. Let me make sure that's still working. Yeah, I should have mic now. It's the desktop mic. That jack that's attached to the little one's got noisy. Let me make sure that's still working. Okay, it appears we are ready to go. I'll probably most likely keep the archive video instead of the stream. But there's a lot of noise in that stream. So I'm going to play this. Or if I know enough to play it now. I'm going to try it. I figured I had to kick the ball, so maybe I know enough to play it. Uh-oh, we got to set it up. Well, hold on. We're probably going to have to go over here and fix the screen, so if it asks for any emails or anything, passwords, I'll be right back. That beats shit. I should have set this up before I got on. I'll see what goes down first before I do anything. Hold on. I might just have to select your territory. Some of these sites make you... Yeah, I gotta create a username. So I'm probably gonna have to go over here and set it while I do all that. That's one good thing about the consoles. The consoles automatically go off when you do that. See, my computer's on the other side of the room. Can I see myself back? Make sure we turn the volume down as soon as I hear myself. Can I see myself back? I got out of it. Here we go. Corona. My Corona. Sorry. So hot tonight, my glasses are fogging up. What a mercy. I don't know how I'll see to play the game. I guess I'll just have to play without my glasses on.
Well, good evening wherever you are on this most pleasant evening. As you can see, there's been a terrific atmosphere here. There is great expectation, excitement, and it has built nicely in these idyllic conditions. Conditions which are certainly playing their part in creating a glorious ambience. It's quite a struggle to get in here, points of access hard to come by, and an awful lot of people gathering to get through the gates. But regardless of that, there's a great feel here and much excitement for the game ahead. So what a stage.
That was ridiculous what I went through to set this up. Ridiculous.
Such an important game. So Jim, who would you identify as the key man in this fixture?
Well, Peter, one of the better strikers to come out of South America in recent times is Ivan Zapata. Someone who started his career.
I'm just gonna lift my glasses up and pray I can see.
Still makes good use of that speed, and it also helps create space for people playing behind him. And
I can see shapes and people, I just can't see details. I see 29, 36, 37. I didn't get the other numbers, they flashed too fast. 27, 33, 35, 30, 40. It's blurry though, it's really blurry.
City. It's Freuler. It's a good ball and it could be in. Oh, that's a key interception. Alvaro Fidalgo. Passing is crisp and sharp.
Oh my God. Oh my God, they're going to get it in. Where's my players?
Did well to step in there. That was more than necessary.
Which side am I? Which side was
He's
I?
picked out the runner. He's in plenty of space here. Chance
Oh,
and a-
dang.
Well, they would have been looking at him to produce the goods, and that was very kind of him to oblige so early. Well, we've seen the hunger to win it back and the focus to make it count. A very tasty combination.
I like this game.
Atalanta grab an early lead. Good start. Duron spots it and intercepts. Pressing is high and relentless. Pasalic. Pasalic. Pull past that, sloppy. And that's took paid to a promising move. It's a good spell of possession, this. Played out towards the right wing. Freuler. Alvaro Fidalgo looking tidy in possession here. Now there's a fine ball. Freuler. Spread out to the left. Out to the left it goes. Alvaro Fidalgo. Pasalic.
Club America really can't go chasing this game too soon. Any rash decisions now could see them lose it.
He's got away.
Oh.
And it's Pasalic. And that's aimed into the middle.
He fell. Whoa. Oh, dang it.
Good stop. That wasn't easy.
Oh, that's a sparkling save. Absolutely sparkling. His reflexes were ultra sharp.
Great lead. Decent attempt, but not quite good enough.
Imagine having that name. Hate Broer. He's got hate in his name, y'all. He'll be banned.
Over to the left.
He'll be banned for having hate in his name. Glass-nosed. We need internet glass-nosed.
It was
Glass-nosed. I can't believe that. I heard that a lot in the late 80s.
Well intercepted.
In the 90s, I never
To be.
paid attention to what it translated to.
That's a ball. Well, this is a terrific run.
Free speech. Come on, come on, come on, come on.
Referee's had a good look and given a corner. They've played it short. Up to meet it.
Whoa, he knocked it down.
He's missed, but not by that far.
Gin City certainly could have and should have made more of that.
You know, the thing about this, I don't like watching sports. I like playing the games. Of course, that's how it was in life, too. I would like playing them. I'm not saying I'm good at them. I do like playing them.
Being behind at the break isn't ideal, but there's
Believe it or not, I wouldn't buy them in the past because I didn't like watching it.
Come to nothing. Duron with a definite fell there.
I skipped a lot of good games. I get bored trying to watch games.
And he's gone backward here. Duron
He kicked it down! He kicked it down! He kicked it down! Where'd they get a score because of that? That was funny! Whoa, that's funny! I love that one. Like, say, even when we're watching Braves games, I'll just kind of tune out, and I'll keep watching for a little bit, and I'll watch and keep up with the scores. That's about it. That's how I have to watch sports. I'm telling you, I can't sit and watch people playing balls. It don't matter what kind of
taken
ball
off
it
it. That's really well
is. He kicked him down.
Costa, and it's played forward. Freuler. He's left his man. Freuler! Oh, and with that, the half-time whistle goes. So there you have it.
Half-time.
Sport half of football.
1-0.
Had its moments, but ultimately produced just one goal. All the decent came up to now.
not the most convincing of displays. They can certainly do much better than this. They'll want to keep things simple, build up their confidence, and not rush into mistakes.
Boo, their sponsor. One of them big old corporations. I hate those corporations, y'all. They've been the downfall of America. They're trying to control everything. Glasnost. It took Gorby dying for me to discover what glasnost meant. That's ridiculous. I mean, that's today level. I'm kicking myself for that. That's like these people today that don't know what's going on.
Back to the goalkeeper.
I'm actually kicking myself. There, I talk about it all the time. I didn't even realize what glasnost meant.
He's forced to go back.
Probably I did. Maybe I did when I was a kid. I probably just forgot it. I'd say because that's just the lady that was obsessed with all that in history. She was literally covering that stuff. But me, here's me. I'm bored. I'm bored.
Alvaro Fidalgo.
Boy, I didn't realize how much history was going to matter. When I started trying to whitewash it and erase it. If I could go back to my little old self, little old me, I'd say, boy, pay attention to everything they're teaching here. Because one of these days they're going to erase it. Whoa! He got knocked down.
Terrible error. Duly punished.
He got knocked down. Free speech. Na 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 na. This is my generation. This is my generation.
It was such a clever idea
Is it over?
to lift it into his path.
No. 2-0.
Nice ball and he's in here.
Oh, he cost him the ball. He cost him the ball. I love these sports games.
Great ball and he's in. Decent hit.
Oh!
Program, lovely take, but that is where it stops. Duvan Zapata has every reason to be disappointed after being played in so well. The gaffer won't let him forget that.
People try to put us down about my generation just because we get around. That's one of my favorite moments was the Moscow Music Peace Festival. Seeing the fall of the Soviet Union. I pray for that to happen to all the communists. The fall. That's why I honored Gorbachev. It's not that I thought he might have been good. I honored him because of Glasnost.
Atalanta take a 3-goal lead and they are romping out of sight.
Well, they're very much.
He might not have been the best freedom fighter in my mind, but he was kind of a freedom fighter.
More damage here.
Now it's Zapata. Well, this man's called
Like I was saying just 2 days before he died, I don't have honor for these thieves. I don't have honor for these people that's against freedom. But if you stand up for freedom, I'll honor you. He was probably a dictator too, and there's probably some stuff that happened under his watch that was pretty bad. But I mean, he had to be better than the rest of them. I mean, just think about it. The rest of them would run over their Hungarians with tanks and everything else. Gorbachev refused to do that.
back towards his own goal.
People try to put us down, talking about my generation, just because we get around. You know what gets me though? And they just don't realize it. Some of the very players that played on the Moscow Music Peace Festival are the ones that are supporting these Democrats in their move to turn America into a communist nation. I mean, they went to play on a freaking concert that was bringing down the fall of the Soviet Union, and they're wanting to build the wall here. It's like Duff wrote this song years ago. They tear the wall down just to build it back up again. He had this song fucked up beyond belief. It was on his Believe in Me album. He was talking about building the wall up, tearing the wall down just to build it up again. Well, some of these Democrats are actually doing that. They're building it here in America and abroad. They're wanting a worldwide communism. That's what Klaus Schwab's pushing for. A worldwide communism. That's why I honored Gorbachev, y'all. He might not have been perfect, but I honored him because he did cause the fall of the Soviet Union. Now I think he did to the Russian people what Biden did to us. But what I can tell, the Russians never forgave him because they couldn't afford to live. But at least he did help bring down that Soviet. And him and it was really, there's two players in that. Ronald Reagan. But I honored Ronald Reagan when he died. I even did a karaoke. I still got the karaoke recorded. Where I said, "This one's for the Gipper," right before I done it. Indeed, it was Shotgun Blues. I got the Shotgun Blues, Right at the first, I said, "This one's for the Gipper," because he died right when I was recording it. That's when I read, just right before I went to record it, I read that he died. Axl Rose wouldn't have liked that too much. I think Axl's a Democrat. He's looking like a Democrat. I mean, I'm trying to criticize him. He supports the Democratic causes. Maybe he's independent, but he's left wing. Who knows? I know he was an Obama supporter. That don't mean anything. There's a lot of people that supported Obama because of his promises. There was nothing wrong with that, by the way. He was promising change. I just didn't trust him. Obama, I didn't hate you, man. I just didn't trust you. You probably took it that I hated you. I didn't hate you, Obama. I just didn't trust you. What you was saying, if you could have really changed things, the thing about this, they was talking about changing things for the worse. They want to bring in a socialist, communist nation. We don't need that. We don't need that. Our country did need to change. Boy, we do need a big change. We need to get away from the globalists. That's what we need. We need away from the globalists, y'all. Night broadcast. Broadcasting in the night. You know, sort of like they did in the Seized America in the movie. Where they're doing the midnight broadcast. The one that the kids stood up, Patrick Swayze and them played in Red Dawn, that the Chinese changed in the new version. Because communism doesn't want to be opposed. 3-0. Boy, that was a lost game. Is it over? I don't want to play again. I don't want to play again. I'll try to play something else before I go out of here.
Well, good evening to you and welcome
Yeah,
to
there
this
we go.
most perfect evening for a game of football to which we look forward immensely. It's hardly a surprise that everybody has come here in their droves.
I don't want to play again.
So much
Or is it
coverage in the days leading up to it. And it's good to see that we have a good contingent of visiting fans by the look of it too. The atmosphere is amicable, the conditions do bring out the best in everyone, and I think we're all looking forward to a feel-good game.
I don't want to play again. But a little bit of GTA before I get off. I don't know how long I'll stay on. People try to put us down just because we get around. I'll go ahead and make a live recording too, just in case something happens to the stream. That way I can archive. I guess I better go into the other world so I'm not disturbing everybody else. A lot of games has controls on that where you can disable that. I wish I could disable it. Where I can talk and record on my machine but not go into the GTA world and disturb them. Because I can just rattle on and on and on. As a time I was too shy to talk. I can't believe those days. You go look at my early days of JCVW, it was mostly robots. I had several voices I would switch to. Boy, there's a whole bunch of voices on Mac though. A whole bunch. You're limited to Windows, like 3 voices, and then there was the duck voice. I got off some software. He was a genie or something. I call him the duck voice because I used it for Rock and Roll 100. I think I used to be that shy. And I sucked really bad when I first started a podcast. I'm telling you, if you got a weakness and you wanna do it, but you don't think you can, just get to doing it. And as you go along, you'll get better and better. That'd be my advice. No, I'm not a Russian agent just cause I honored what's his name for causing the fall of the Soviet Union. I just hate communism's all. See, I grew up with teachers that taught about it. Now, I wished I'd have paid attention a lot more. If I go back in the silver car, I'd go back and tell myself to pay attention to everything that was taught in history. And not let those distractions, like they were already throwing the people says I'm lying about this. I'm not lying. They started inserting the crap, like America's bad. They would do it in the lessons about when they did the Indians. And yes, they did some dirty stuff to the Indians. I will give you, but the Indians were just sometimes as dirty as they were. I mean, there was Indians that got an enjoyment out of scapping white folk. So the hatred was on both sides. See what car she's got in her garage. I don't remember what car she's got in here. All she's got is the orange one. Thought she had another one. She must have lost her other one. I'm gonna leave it alone, 'cause she'll lose it. I'll just steal her car. You're running slowly there. Yeah, I didn't want to lose her orange car, so I'll try to find her something. Oh, she's getting a Trans Am, it looks like. That is a Trans Am here. Those similar to the one they used in Bandit. Oh, I don't even know where to turn around here. How did she get out of this mess? Guess she'll turn around here. I'm kind of a girly man when it comes to cars. You know, a lot of people love the muscle cars. I'm okay with them, and some of them are pretty, but I don't like the really loud ones. I don't like loud engines. I like quiet engines. I don't like loud anything. Of course, I've had ear problems my whole life. I figured out what it was though. It was cigarette smoke. When I would go in them smoky places where they smoke and do karaoke, I have the ear problems again that I used to have when I was young. So it was the cigarettes that was causing my ears. Oh, it also helps your throat up. Axel used to tell that. It really does help your throat up. Axl Rose. He used to tell that cigarette smoke would help your throat up. It really does. I can't hit none of the high notes when I've been around the cigarette smoke. It's loud guitars, smoky bars, smoke candles burning up. That's one thing you didn't have to put up with a turnbuckle. Now, there's people that sneak in the bathrooms and you could smell it. They'd sneak in the bathroom, smoke, sleep out. Because we was sitting over there by the door, you could smell it. You could smell when they done it. We normally sat over there at the back booth in front of the stage. That was one thing I appreciated about Turnbuckle compared to some of these other places I've been to. The other places allow smoking. As a person that has health problems, smoking is bad for me. But I ain't never forgot the smell. Even though it's been, well, it was 2008 and 9 when my father had to quit. So that was the last time I actually was really around it. But boy, I ain't never forgot it. And that ear itch came back when I got around it. Several times. So I know what was causing my ear problems my whole life. Was cigarette smoke. Whoa. I hate when I get on this road. I'm going to try to get turned around. I hate this road. Oh, I hit the wall. I hate where it leads. That old junky place. Oh, okay. It's not that I don't like the cars, though. I do. I love them. I mean, some of them are pretty. Some of them are beauties. Some of them are too loud for me. If I had one, I'd modify it. I'd do everything it took to make it as quiet, run as quiet as possible. Maybe I'm just a pussy. I don't know. Actually, it's just because it hurts my ears. I use earplugs for concerts, so I learned I had to do that. Boy, those first few I went to, I didn't have no earplugs. I hate them though. You can't hear nothing. Like if somebody comes up and talks to you, you're kind of just looking at them because you can't hear them. You can't hear what they're saying. It's kind of like you're deaf. When you're hearing the concerts, you can hear it bumping. That's kind of muffled. I'll take a moment to switch to the solo. I like the solo better. Find it. There we go. Probably gonna have to get off here in a few minutes. I'm getting tired. I slept till over midnight the other night, so I've been asleep for a long time. So bad is she'll lose her car. Let's get her another one. If I knew she had room in that garage, I'd have kept that car the other day that I painted. I didn't know she had room in her garage. I thought her garage was full. I probably got her mixed up with the Xbox version. I think her garage is this full on the Xbox. On the communism thing, I kind of hear them. But the problem is it never works the way they preach it. It doesn't equal everybody. Everybody that's not an elite lives like kings. The peasants below them have to live in squalor and do exactly what they tell them to do. Unless you get fortunate enough to get a leader like Gorbachev or somebody who... See, he allowed the criticisms to come in, and then shortly after the government fell. You should be able to criticize the government. If it's been bad for people, you should be allowed to say it. Because really, a government is supposed to be for the people. Especially here in the United States. That's what ours is set up for. I know these others aren't like that. But I mean, even the Soviet justice warriors, they was promising they was going to be for the people too. They was going to bring the end to the regime at the time that was in control of the Russia prior to the Soviets. They were promising to make everything equal. But it wasn't equal. Them oligarchs got to live like kings. And they knew what they was doing. They were thieves. They were street bums. If you look back at some of them, they were street thieves is what they were. They were going to steal everybody's. That was getting in control of the government so they could steal from everyone. That's why you can't sell it on me even as a poor person. You can't sell it on me. And it doesn't bother me that somebody out here has made a lot of money working. That doesn't bother me. A lot of people's jealous of the rich people, not me. Now my father, he always believed that they had to cut somebody's throat to get it. Whether that's true or not, I don't know. That's what he used to say. He said in order for them to be wealthy, they had to cut somebody's throat. That same opportunity existed for me that existed for them. It's just I was disabled and I couldn't take it. You see how I am. Sometimes I disappear for days because I can't get up. Can't even get up and play games. Or I'm on for 25 minutes. Or 20 minutes. It was really that bad after COVID. It took me a while to rebuild from that. Whether it was just a flu or it really was as bad as they said it was pretty bad, because it was a pretty bad flu. But it was an engineered flu too. People's got to remember that. It was designed to do what it did. And now they won't turn it around on Trump. And I better hush, because I'm getting into political stuff with this. I'm letting Gorbachev's death get me off in the deep end. Stuff you don't discuss on these streams. So I'll just have to leave that to podcast talk. I'll do another podcast. I probably should cut the mics and just record a podcast while I'm gaming. But then when my podcast audience want to listen to a noisy game in the background. It's a shame you just can't talk about what you're thinking, though. But I'm not calling for no revolutions or anything. I'm just giving you my opinions. And you don't even have to agree. And I'm not even telling you I have to agree with you. You have to agree with my opinion. I'm just telling you what my brain thinks. And I should be allowed to say what my brain thinks. But you got to tiptoe around people that's always getting their feelings hurt about everything. But you know why they don't want talking? Because that's how they thrive. That's how they continue to pull their kind game. Because it is a kind game. And they want all poor people to especially go along with their kind game. They love duping the poor people. But I'm not one of the dupes. As good as you make it sound, you can't sell it to me. Because I've seen history. And because I've seen history, I know it when I see it. And I know where it leads. That's why they get you hung up on this dumb stuff like following celebrities. Because they don't want you seeing where things lead. Because they don't want you saying, I don't want that. Because they want you to buy it. They want to sell it to you, and they want you to buy it so they can just easily take you over. With no resistance. They don't want no resistance. And you can tell the real authoritarians. Because the real authoritarians are the ones that's trying to tell you not to say it. The one that's trying to stomp out free speech. They're the ones you got to worry about. They're the ones you got to watch. They're the Stalins and Maos. The ones that are trampling on your rights to speak are the ones that are the Stalins and the Maos. Stalin was one of the worst. I think he was worse than Mao, wasn't he? Or they're both equally just as bad. I know Stalin was a maniac. He was one of the street bums. He was one of the mooks and the bums that rose up and took over everybody. He was the street bum. The bum. He also died a miserable death on the floor, and I say it couldn't have happened to a nicer person. It couldn't have happened to a better person how he died. You see, I don't feel sorry for those people. I don't honor them, and I don't care if they wrap it up in an American flag. You can wrap them up in an American flag like you did George H.W. Bush. And I don't feel sorry for these people. Oh, he taught good games. He taught family and God and Grand Ole Opry. He taught the good game. That's why you can't always pay attention to what they talk either. But he also talked about that big idea, that new world order. That wasn't just conspiracy theories. He put it in the speeches. What am I going to do? I need to do something there to drive around. That's not getting me anywhere. Oh, what's up in here? Just a house. Oh, it goes back to another street. I think I'm just going to go sightseeing for a few minutes. Hit the electrical box. Nice little house. Check it out. I'll check out the neighborhood. Why my eyes is getting tired. I'm gonna have to get in. I didn't feel like playing all day today. I did get up and do a JCVW. I didn't really mean for that to be titled what I titled it. I kind of just I named that because I saw all the stuff you could put into the like the stop sign, and I thought 10 minutes of shit. Of course, I couldn't never get any weapons out. Every time I was trying to get a weapon out, they'd jump on top of me. So it really didn't turn out how I wanted it to, but I just went ahead and took it. But I didn't even feel like gaming at all today. That was the only time I got on the game player earlier. Actually, it was we're already in another day. Boy, it's already 5 a.m. probably. I just didn't feel good at all yesterday. I just laid back most of the day. Picked up the phone, scrolled around. That's probably the worst times of my life. When I'm feeling, when you see me on a light, those are the days I feel the worst. That's when I'm just laying back, kicked back either on the couch or wherever I'm at. And I'm just sitting around just scrolling Twitter because that's all I feel like doing. Or Facebook. And then I'll go over and switch and flip over to Gab sometimes. And then I'll go over and flip to Twitter. Well, sometimes if I really don't feel good at all, I'll go scroll around and look for any of my friends that might be streaming and go watch some of them play games. I'll do that at times too if I'm able to set up. Or other people that may, even if I'm not friends with them, I like their game streams. And sometimes I'll just scroll and find different game streams of people I don't even know. all you out there that I've liked over the years, if you don't see me in your room, it's not deliberate. Because a lot of times I'm not feeling too well. Like, in other words, if you only see me every once in a while and I drop in every now and then, I'm not deliberately skipping you out. Yeah, I was sitting back out yesterday kind of beating myself up because I wanted to go game and I couldn't. I didn't feel like it. I guess I should quit beating myself up as something I've been living with my whole life. Basically, I was that way as a kid. There was times I had to come home from school and just go to bed. They complain about me not doing my homework. That's the reason. I didn't feel like doing their damn freaking homework. I was thinking, homework? I done enough today. Fuck that. That was me. Fuck that. I done it all fucking day. Depression, don't take them, buddy. If they tried to put me on it, I'd tell them, I'd probably be kind because I like my doctor, but I'd be thinking no thanks. I'd tell Big Pharma to go fuck themselves. That stuff's a racket too. Most people don't even need to be on them. You know the only people that probably really need them? It's people that are really clinically something wrong with. And that may not even be the best treatment. You might find the better treatment treating it naturally by getting whatever you need, whatever you're missing. That's the biggest racket they ever come up with, is depression medications. Yeah, they used to get on, they would hold me back in school and stuff because I wouldn't do the homework. I didn't feel like doing the homework. A lot of times I came home and went to bed. Turned on my Guns N' Roses tapes and laid down and went to bed. That's what I would do when I was a teenager. I'm talking about teenage years. When I was a kid, I'd go to bed and get out my toys and I'd be laying there playing with my Transformers or G.I. Joe while I was laying there half asleep when Naval was set up. And I'm the same today. I hadn't changed a bit. The only thing that's changed is the age. I'm 40 now. 47. Going on 50. 3 years from 50. On the back side of 40. One of them guys had a song about being on the back side of 30s, wasn't it? What was his name? He wore the rose-colored glasses. The rose-colored glasses. I think it was the backside of 30s. His song was going on with that. I'm the backside of 40s right now. Nothing's changed, I'm saying. Same life. Sometimes I'm sitting wanting to play my games and can't get up. That is one good thing about a podcast, though. You can just set up. You can do it anywhere you're at. You're outside. Podcast on a phone or recording it doesn't really take nothing. Now, if you set up studio equipment and stuff, you did it behind the studio, you would have to worry about that. If you just do it on the go like me, you can do it anywhere you're at. So that's why the podcast is probably the most easiest thing for me to do. Because I can do it anywhere. I have places I won't do it. Like, if I'm on the toilet, I won't do a podcast on the toilet. That's an invasion of my privacy. I refuse to do that. That's ridiculous. When you think about the toilet, the podcast toilet. From the toilets of Dothan, Georgia. That's funny. This ain't a person doing a podcast from the toilet. We're just anybody that actually does. I won't do it. I'm telling you, there's lines I won't cross. I won't do a podcast from my toilet. But that would be funny. That would kind of be a gimmick. Just think you could probably set you up a gimmick with that. Bring you a podcast from the toilet. Advertise it that it's from the toilet. Wonder if anybody would tune into it. It ain't gonna be me though. I'm telling you, it ain't gonna be me. I'm picky about that. But I mean, you can do it almost anywhere else. I've done them outside. I've done them in the car. I've sat in my living room and done it. I've sat up in this room and done it. I tried doing one on vacation one time, but my mother, she don't like me doing the podcast to begin with. She really wants me to stop. I'm going to be honest. She don't like me doing the podcasting at all. She come in and start yelling and interrupt me, and I gave up trying to do it when we travel or anything, because that's really my best time of doing it, because my brain's thinking. I'm riding and seeing things, and I'm excited, and I'm going somewhere, and I'm seeing sights. That's when my brain, especially when I was going to Florida, that's a big long trip. But I can't do it with her around. She comes in, and like we'd be stopped at rest areas, and I'd be sitting there picking up and trying to do a podcast. Here she comes, screaming as loud as she could scream. Getting back in the car. Oh, I'm sorry, I didn't know you was doing that. But you're never going to hear a podcast from the toilet with me, because that's an invasion of my privacy. That's the one place I won't do a podcast. Well, that's one of those loud ones. But it drives fine. It drives good. That's funny. A podcast from the toilet. Boy, I could hear Savage insulting a podcaster. He'd call him Toilet Man. Oh. Just imagine, Savage, he gets up on the radio. This guy, he literally does his podcast from the toilet. He'd call him Toilet Man. He always had a name for everybody. I think he used to call us Howard Stern the Balloon Man. Did he not call him the Balloon Man? Boy, I need to find my book. The zoo, the political zoo. That was one of my favorite books Savage ever put out. It's a political zoo. Toilet Man. He does his radio broadcast from the toilet. That's funny. Well, I just kind of spit it out because I was talking about you could do them anywhere. And I was thinking, well, there's one place I won't do it. And then I got to thinking about the hilariousness of that. You run out in the road at the wrong time, buddy. And now she's getting shot at. I hate when I get stuck in these areas. Well, y'all, I think I'm going to have to give in. Just like this car, it sounds like it's running out of juice. It's not. It's just how I'm driving. I'm trying to find the way to get out. But I am literally running out of juice. Toilet man, toilet. From the toilet bowl of Dotton, Georgia. That's the road. She finally find the road out. Which way you go out? I ain't out. I'm just getting back in. Dang it. Look at that scraped up car. Yeah. I think I'm just going to pull her over and sign her out. I don't think I can go anymore. I will see y'all tomorrow, or hopefully I'll see you tomorrow. We'll see. We'll see how things go. I have to remember to charge my controller. It looks like it's dying. It may still have some energy. That may just be the red lights or the police.